Welcome back to Fast Money Show Blog episode 3. Today, I'm going to touch on education. I want to talk about education. What is your definition of education? In my opinion, the definition of education is to be educated, receive knowledge. I don't believe there's a prerequisite for where this knowledge has to come from. Meaning your education doesn't necessarily have to come from a book or school system. There are lessons to be learned everywhere. Wise people, children, jobs, society, signs, TV, music, commercials, networking, communicating, etc. The list goes on and on. All you have to do is pick up the jewel when it's dropped. Somebody dropped the jewel, pick it up. That's knowledge. So pick it up when H Fast Money lays it down. You might learn something. Kids, it's lessons to be learned from any individual but that has experienced more life than you have. Because experience is the best teacher. More experience, more lessons learned. And if you did decide to listen, it could prevent you from making the same mistake that caused an unnecessary struggle in that person's life. Or it could motivate you towards something greater. Don't say guns, drugs, hoes, crimes, and the streets is all this life has to offer me, when in actuality, those were the only lessons you chose to learn. You embraced them. You rejected all others. And I'm not passing judgment on anyone. I don't have much room to talk. I sold drugs, was constantly involved in criminal activity, chasing the fast life. Fast money, fast cars, fast women. I stole cars, chopped shop, guns, managed escorts, a whole bunch of shit. I was expelled in 9th grade for selling drugs in school. Still, I always wanted to be educated and always made a conscious effort to learn on my own without being told or forced. Picking up any jewel I could from any source. Any source I could find. When my expulsion was finalized, I walked into the MAP program a week later voluntarily. I signed up and they gave me a practice GED test on the spot. I passed with all 12 nines in every subject. Even though I was bad as shit, started selling crack, smoking weed, stealing cars, and being criminal at the age of 12. And the reason for that is because I disregarded the school systems, but never education. I needed to count money good and comprehend when people talk fast and use big words. Just because they aren't part of my daily vocabulary doesn't mean the comprehension isn't there. I understand very well. I'm big on math and comprehension, so I was always allowed, not always, I was allowed to take the real GED test a week after that and passed. Then I turned 16. I went to Del Tech with my GED, got an associate's degree in business administration before my regular high school class even graduated. Then I self-taught myself to create small startups for peanuts, establish a client base, and sell them for profit. I went to school for barbering, carpentry, learned how to do tattoos, work on cars, the whole time starting businesses, networking, surviving and providing without society's definition of employment. My education will always continue to get higher because I plan to educate myself. I myself don't believe dumb people exist, only dumb shit, which we all know. Smart people that do dumb shit also. So don't belittle or look down on anyone. Because if you fall to the bottom, you won't have a choice but to look up. If you fall to the bottom, you don't have a choice but to look up. So H-Fast Money thinks you are all smart in your own way. My recommendation is to find a way and perfect it until you're the best at what you do. When you judge one, you get judged by 12. Instead of passing judgment, how about we educate and promote better decision making? How about we educate and promote better decision making? Don't tear somebody down because they know something that you don't when you have the ability to inform them and now they know. Now y'all both know. You cheating them and you cheating yourself because one day that could be your co-worker, your partner, or somebody you need to depend on to be reliable and need them to have the intelligence or to know how to do a certain thing that you could have taught them. You know what I'm saying? But you hindsight is 2020. Almost nobody has hindsight. Foresight is a beautiful thing, but almost nobody has it. Almost everyone has hindsight. That's looking back at shit that already happens. But the only way we have to predict the future is through history. History always repeats itself. So if you know something always happens, you should be able to foresee. I mean, truth be told, history always repeats itself. But nobody looks at it like this, like that. They prefer to wait and see what happens. I'm just gonna let life play out. I ain't even gonna try. But yeah, it's H Fast Money. This is the Fast Money Show blog. Today we talking about education. You know what I mean? I'd like to thank y'all for supporting me, watching the videos, liking, sharing. Just hit me up, keep in contact with me. Facebook, Sterling Hans. IG, Lyrical Orgasms 100-302. Twitter, at HFastMoney3. What else? Snapchat, Loud and Loyalty 100-302. Email, hfastmoneymusic@gmail.com. So, listen to my songs, like them, share them, view the videos. I would like feedback I'm gonna continue on without it. It don't really matter. But, yeah, education is something we all need. Because, what do you really have without it? You can't survive without money. And you can't get money without some kind of education in some subject. You have to at least be educated on a cash register, a lawnmower, or something. How to drive a car, something. So, don't give up on learning. Always continue to learn no matter what. And always understand that it's something to be learned from everything, everywhere, and everybody. And if you cheat on the test, you're only cheating yourself because the knowledge is for you. You know what I mean? You're stopping yourself from getting it. You're not stopping nobody else from getting it. So who did you cheat in the long run? The person you cheated off got the knowledge. They're unbothered. The teacher got the knowledge. They're unbothered. You cheated. What did you get? Only thing you really got was a grade that you didn't earn. You know what I mean? All you really got is a grade you didn't earn. I'm tired of shit today, too. It's like 95. Yeah, I want everybody to be great. You know what I mean? Education is the key to success, besides saving and proper planning. education, saving, and proper planning, you should become successful no matter which you attempt. So, I mean, I'm working on the saving part. I struggle with that myself. Different people gonna struggle with different things. That's why I don't knock nobody for what they do or how they do it. It's different strokes for different folks. I'm not here to pass judgment. I don't bang the gavel. I don't wear a back robe. I've been judged. It doesn't feel too good. You know what I mean? But yeah, the mixtape dropping June 16th. Hopefully, everybody, you know what I mean, wants to cop it and show love and support. You know, um, I'm trying to do some positive shit and just stay positive, continue to move in a positive direction. You know what I mean? I came a long way from where I used to be. So, you know what I mean? I gotta thank the higher power that I'm not where I used to be, even though I'm not where I wanna be. You did? So thank you for that. And I just want to thank everybody that always have something positive to say, positive words of encouragement, you know, good news. I also thank the people that don't, that always have something bad to say and want to bring bad news. You motivate me too. I mean, because nobody wants to be a pessimist. So when you come at me pessimistically, then it's like, okay, I don't want to be like that. So what steps do I have to take so I'm not always so negative about everything? Because life seems to go the direction that your chin is facing. So if I keep my chin up, then I'm headed up. But if I'm down on everything, then you know what I mean. That's where you headed. That's where you looking at. I'm looking up, man. I try to keep a open and bright perspective on life in general. Bad shit happens to me every day, way more than good things. But hey, once it's happened already and I failed to prevent it, it spilled milk. So either way, it's no use crying over it. You know what I mean? It's done. What's crying gonna do to make it worse? Get the fuck up, dust yourself the fuck off, and try again. That's the only way to make life better. You know what I mean? And it's not guaranteed that it's gonna get better. But that's the only guarantee that you have of a possibility of it getting better. If you do nothing, nothing gets better. Nothing happens. Nothing changes. If it does change, it changes for the worse. You know what I mean? There's a few lucky people in the world, but everybody's not built on luck. Some people need to do real shit and really try hard. You know what I mean? I'm probably one of those people. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have none. But, you know, I try to stay educated, which allows me to make a more informed decision. And it keeps me above water. Like, I don't work for people, I work for myself my whole life. Like, I take care of my kids, I pay bills, I buy cars. That's all coming from staying educated, in my opinion. You know what I mean? If you educate yourself, you don't have to depend on another's knowledge to succeed. You want to be completely self-sufficient. Okay, I want your help and your assistance, but I don't need it. I can do it on my own. Even if it's a struggle, I'll fight through it. You know what I mean? Because I don't believe in problems. I don't only solutions. You know what I mean? I don't believe in questions, only answers. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. Stay blessed. Thank you for tuning in to the Fast Money Show blog. Until next time. Is this thing off?